Welcome back to Liv's Barbershop. Today I'm back with another video for you guys. Today's video I'll be talking about the top 10 things you need to have a successful barber business. Top 10 to have a successful barber business. Alright, so we'll get right into it. We're not going to put this in any particular order. So I'm just going to go straight off the list that I have and I'll break it down to you guys on my opinions of what you guys need to have a very successful barber business. And notice I'm not saying barbershop, I'm saying barber business. Alright, first thing you're gonna need a barber license. Alright, in New York City, barber school is approximately 4.5 months. And the great thing about New York City is, compared to other cities, most cities, you have to go to barber college. Barber college and barber school is kind of different. Barber school, I guess for us, is more like an institution, and our state is more like a college. So therefore, you would have to do a lot more time in school. I've been told by people that are from out of state that a lot of barber colleges, you have to do 18 months in school. The great thing about doing barber school in New York is that barber school in New York is 4.5 months. It's a lot more affordable. And it's also a license that you could transfer to almost every state in every state in the United States. So there are a lot of barbers who travel to New York to go to barber school, and then they transfer their license back to wherever they're from. And it's an accredited license, so it kind of benefits them in that way, but it saves them time and money. But the reason it's important to have a barber's license because you have to be certified, you have to be licensed to operate, because this is a craft, this is a craft where you're gonna need to be pretty much licensed and properly taught to cut hair, because you can hurt people. You could cut somebody with the scissors, even with the clippers. You cause damage to people, so you have to be licensed to operate. That's just the rules also, so you have to follow that rule. Second thing you're gonna need is a location. The reason I said barber business and I didn't say barber shop is because not all barbers work inside of a barber shop. Some barbers work at home, which I wouldn't recommend. You wouldn't want people going in your house, especially if you start to get popular. You don't want a lot of people in your home. It's just somewhere you should be comfortable, just relaxing and doing whatever you do. You don't want that to be somewhere where it's your business. But there are also other locations, like there are barbers who have barber studios. They don't have a barber shop, they're in like a private office space somewhere in a building. Doesn't have to be on the first level, which is also something that's a lot more affordable. With that, you can have private haircuts. You could run as a single barber. There's some people that do it at a much lower cost, and they just really, make the place comfortable and decorative according to their visions and what the type of clients that they want. And it will be a private haircut, which you could charge more, with your overhead being way less, which is a very good route to go. The other one will be obviously a barbershop. You definitely need a location in a barbershop. I would recommend that you go at a location that has a lot of foot traffic, that's also cost effective. If you can't get a location that has a lot of foot traffic, then you got to be heavy on promotion, so that way you get people to come inside your barbershop. So, after you get your location, you promote, you get your clients to do word of mouth based on how good you perform in the barbershop as a barber. And also you can recruit barbers to work for you in a barbershop, which brings you another source of income than just you cutting hair yourself. Third one I'm gonna say is experience. You definitely need experience when it comes to operating a barbershop. One of the main reasons that you need experience is that because once you're in a barbershop, you're no longer in control of who comes to you. Versus if you're cutting at home, you can be like, hey, I don't let anybody in my house, so it's not gonna be that much people from different walks of life or different types of people who you are not used to coming into your place of business. So if you're working in a barbershop, you're gonna need experience. because you have to know how to cut all kinds of hair. You don't want to be a barber that just know how to cut one type of hair. It's going to be very hard for you to survive in this game. Also, experience allows you to charge more also. The more experience you have, the more comfortable you are cutting, which allows you to, I guess, excel in the business. Next one I'm going to go with is clients. Excuse me, my phone went off. Next one I'm going to go with is clients, which is the number one reason why we do this job, because everything we do is for the clients, whether it's customer service, their haircuts, the environment, the feel, the conversations, the barbershop experience is all for the clients. Once you get clients and you start to increase your clientele, then you want to open a barbershop. You don't want to open a barbershop before you have clients, but you will be struggling. You will have a hard time. So make sure you get your clientele up, based on the last 3 things I mentioned, and it's going to allow your business to further succeed. Now I'm going to go with another important thing. You're going to need capital, money, finances, moolah, whatever y'all want to call it. Anyway, you're going to need that. You're going to need capital to start a barbershop business. The reason being is that the first thing you're going to need capital for is the formation of your business. And I'll get to that in a little bit. LLC or corporation, whatever you want to do, whatever business formation you want to go with, it's you need capital for that, the minimum. You also need capital for barber school. Depends where you're from. Barber school might range from $4,000 to $20,000. Okay? Some places have tuitions for that. They have financial aid, and you can get that. That might help. But you also need capital for building a barbershop, renovation, equipment, overhead, money you're gonna need just in case you have a rainy day. You need capital. As far as the type of barbershop you want to open, the capital could be between $15,000 to about, let's say, $50,000. All depends if you want to go with a basic barbershop or a high-end luxury barbershop. And of course, that's on the lower end. You can go lower a little bit, or you go higher and higher. And some barbershops are over $100,000. It all depends what you want to do. Now I'm gonna go with equipment. What equipment do you need to operate to have a successful barber business? You are going to need barber chairs. You are going to need clippers, trimmers, scissors, brushes, combs, blow dryers. What else? Of course, disinfectant products, paper, tissue, all that stuff. You're gonna need that for a barbershop, especially nowadays during this time we're in COVID. You're gonna need a lot of disinfectant wipes, disinfectant sprays, a lot of alcohol, a lot of disposable equipment. Okay? Now we're gonna get into skills. Do you need skills to operate a barber business? Yes, you do. And that's not necessarily skill as in like you're the biggest craftsman when it comes to cutting hair. It could be skills and speed. Because some barbershops are ran based on speed and not so much, skill set as far as like quality of the haircuts. Because some barbershops are in places where the people don't really care about a nice fancy haircut. They just want to get in and out of the chair. So that might work for some people that are looking for that feel. Some barbershops tend more to the ladies, and some people tend to that feel. And some barbershops tend to the fancy, high quality, high fashion haircuts. So for all 3 of those, you're gonna need skills. The best thing you would need is to be skilled all around. If you're skilled all around, it will make it much easier for you to have a successful business. And once you get your skills, you should always improve in your skills. There's always room for improvement. Never stop learning. I've been cutting hair for over 21 years, and I have not yet to stop learning. I tune in every day, watch a video, just to see what's going on, and if there's some things I can learn from it, I take that. Even if somebody I'm teaching, if I can learn something from them, I take that. There's never room There's never enough room for improvement. You could always improve, and you should always improve. All right, now I'm gonna go with barbers. Do you need barbers for a successful barber business? Yes, you do. Unless you want to work on your own by yourself all the time. You need barbers. With barbers, it's another source of income that's probably going to be supplemental or more than you actually cutting hair yourself. Barbers will help your business thrive if they are great barbers, but they can also help your business crash. So you got to make sure you get the proper barbers. Barbers will definitely help you have a successful business. It'll bring more money in your pocket, and it'll give them a place to work. So that's a very good, revolving door right there. And now we're gonna go with business formation. I said I was gonna get back to that. What is business formation? Business formation is when you set up your business where you can either do as an LLC, a corporation, a sole proprietor, whichever one you choose. For me, I went with an LLC because I want to be liable for anything that happens in my business. I want to be personally liable. Okay, so I went with that. And through that, I get my business insurance. Anything that happened where I got to kick out some money is strictly done through my business. It does not affect my personal finances. I also have it as a corporation for tax purposes, which allow me to, have myself a payroll, and that gives me tax breaks. And I get a lot more tax breaks based on the corporation, which is for tax purposes. My LLC is for the business liability side, and my corporation formation is more for my taxation side. So you definitely need a business formation. You don't want to have a business that's not registered. There's going to be a big, big issue. You do not want that. And now we're going to go with the last thing I'm going to mention, which I feel like is probably the most important. Even though I don't have none of it in order, this is probably the most important thing. All right? The most important thing for me when it comes to the barber business, you gotta have a passion and a drive for it. If you don't have a passion or a drive for it, it's only a matter of time before you quit and you done invested your time and your money. Because when you have a passion for this thing, right, sometimes times are gonna get a little difficult. And the only thing that's going to make you say, you know what, I'm still going to rock, I'm still going to do this, is if you love what you do. If you don't love it and you're having a hard time, you're going to quit. And if you don't love it, you're not going to put the effort towards getting better and succeeding, because it's going to feel like work. And nobody wants to work, right? That's not why we get into business. You don't get in business to work hard. You get in business to live a better life, to have more control of your life. So you got to have a passion and a drive for this. My passion and my drive for this is deep-rooted. I love this. This does not feel like work to me. Every time I come here, I'm having a great day. I don't have bad days in here. So why? Because I have a passion and drive for it. Every time I pick up my clippers, it's fun. And that's all we want to do as barbers. We want to have fun. We want to make money. We want to live our life the way we want to. So that's why we do this. So this is L from Liz Barbershop, and that was my top 10 things necessary to run a successful barber business. And if you guys want to know anything else, any more tutorials you guys need, or any more vlogs you guys, any more topics you guys want me to touch on, just leave it in the comment section. And please, if you want more of these type of videos, share these videos. Let people get to know this channel, and hopefully one day it'll blow up